there, folks. I've got a story for you. It's a true story, I promise, 100% true. It's a really, really sad story about ill health and deprivation. And honestly, as I say, it's true. If you have a nervous disposition, don't listen to this. If things are like to upset you, don't listen to this. And if you do listen to it and it bothers you, have a number handy to ring. This is a true story. It happened about 3 or 4 days ago. I only heard about it on Friday. I meant to mention it to you today, and it passed me by. Right, the wife, her pal, has got a dad at the moment in hospital. He's been bad on and off for about 12 months. He's had a really bad time of it. He's in his 80s now. He's been in a bad way. He's been in and out of hospital, especially the last 3 months, and they just can't get him right. And he went in hospital again, I think on Thursday. I think it was Thursday last week. He went in hospital on Thursday, and like all the hospitals at the moment, all over the country, they couldn't get him a bed. He's in the waiting room for God knows how many hours. Then he's on the trolley in the hall for God knows how many hours. Anyway, by Friday morning, they actually get him a bed. And her friend called Lynn, spoke to her indoors about it and the friends and said, oh, my dad's in a bad way again. He's in hospital and he's in a bad way. My mum rang me up and told me he's in hospital again, but don't worry about him. We're getting him a bed. He's going to have a bed within an hour. And her mate Lynn said, do you want me to come over? Because her mate lives within walking distance to the hospital, only 5-6 minutes away. No, he's fine, honestly. Are you sure? Because I can come over now. I've just finished work. No, he's fine. So that's how they leave it. Anyway, an hour later, her mum rings her again. She said, I'm going to go home. He's got a bed. He's settled now. He's fine. Well, I'll come and visit. No, you don't need to. You've got a lot on. You've just finished work. Don't worry about it. I'm going to get him some food. I'm going to go home to get him some food. He's asked for some stuff. He loves cheese and crackers. The food there's crap and he's hungry. He's not had anything to eat all day. I'm going to get him some cheese and crackers, and he's asked for a banana and a yoghurt, so that's what I'm going to take in, all healthy stuff, and I'm going to take it in. She said, are you sure? Do you not want me to pick anything up for you? No, I'm sorted, don't worry. If there's a problem, I'll let you know, but everything's okay now. He's got a bed, he's comfortable. So anyway, a couple of hours later, Lynn gets a phone call. Lynn, it's your mum. All right, hi mum. Lynn, you need to come over. What do you mean, need to come over? Oh, your dad looks terrible. He's in a bad way. You told me a couple of hours ago he was fine. No, he took a turn for the worse. His face is all ballooned up. He looks absolutely terrible. He said, I'm really worried about him. Really, mum? Honestly, I'm really worried. Come over as soon as you can. So with that, Lynn, her indoors' mate, rings her brother, old Neil there, rings old Neil. Well, Neil works away a lot. He's on the road all the time. He's miles away on the motorway. Oh my God, I hope he's all right. I'll get home as quick as I can. He puts the old pedal to the metal. He's doing 100 in the fast lane. I'm risking getting caught. And he batters it all the way home. Anyway, Lynn struggles to get there because something's cropped up for like 40 minutes. Anyway, by the time she gets there, it's all happened. What's happened is, her mum's come into the hospital, gone and sat down with her dad, Jimmy his name, he's gone and sat down with Jimmy. But worried to death. She already rung Lynn to say about how his face was ballooned up. She's gone and sat down with him and she said, Jimmy, you don't look well. I'm not well, he said. She said, you don't look well. Look, do you want your cheese and crackers? Oh, yeah. So she gives him the cheese and crackers, and for all he doesn't look well, he eats them all up. How were they? Fine. What about your banana? Do you want... Yeah, you can do. Anyway, after banana, there's only yogurt to go. She gives him yogurt. And she says, well, you don't look well, but you're eating okay. He said, what else I can do for you, she says. He says, no, I just wish my wife was here. She said, I am your bloody wife, Jimmy. I am your bloody wife. What are you talking about? She's thinking he's going a bit, his face is ballooned around. She thinks he's got... Anyway, with that, as she's talking to him, the nurse goes past her and goes to the bed next door and pulls curtain back. And as she pulls curtain back, she looks in the next bed, and there's Jimmy, her husband. She's only gone and sat with the wrong bloke. Talked to him. He said about want my wife come back, and she said, I am your wife. I mean, he's talking, so it's not only his face that's blown up, he must sound different, surely. Now, she's got some health issues of her own, Jimmy's wife at the moment, anyway, so we're thinking that might have clouded her judgment. But she pulls curtain and she says to him, what are you doing there? To her husband. He said, I've always been pigging here. She said, you wasn't, you was here before. He said, I've not moved beds. What are you doing there? He said to her, I thought this was you. What do you bloody mean you thought it was me? I don't look like that. She goes and sits down. He said, anyway, where's me tuck? He calls his food. She said, that bleeder's had it. He said, what have you given it him for? Because I thought it was bloody you. You couldn't write it, could you, folks? You couldn't write it. He's going berserk and he's saying, is there something going on with you both? Anyway, her indoorsy mate comes in later, a bit later, old lady. It's all happened by then. Hiya, Dad, how are you? How the bloody hell am I? How the bloody hell am I? Your mum's gone home and got me some pigging food and give it to a fancy man. Now, it turns out this Jim is a bit of a jealous soul. I never knew that. And he's made cracks about it since. Anyways, it turns out the guy from the bed next door, Jimmy's not been that well with him for a day, so he's not been happy with him eating all his scran. He's now in a coma. Not because of the bananas or the cheese and biscuits or the yoghurt, I don't think. He's in a coma, so although it's a funny story, you know, I do hope the fellow, whoever he is, gets a bit better. Well, a lot better, should I say. But no, that is a true story that happened in that there Warrington Hospital 2 or 3 days ago. You couldn't write it, could you? No, you couldn't write it. You couldn't write it. But it's true. That is the true story. Anyway, I hope you like that. You won't be needing to ring the Samaritans, really. But as I say, it's a story of illness, ill health, because the guy's in a coma, and, what did I say? Deprivation, yes. Jimmy's been deprived of his tuck, as he calls it. He's not got his cheese and biscuits, he's not got his banana, and he's not got his pig in yoghurt. Got nothing. Nothing at all.